1. Boyfriend on Demand. The story follows exhausted webtoon producer Seo Mi-rae as she escapes reality through a subscription-based virtual dating simulation program, where she meets the boyfriends of her dreams. Accustomed to a non-existent dating life due to her hectic schedule, Mi-rae receives a monthly boyfriend device by chance, allowing her to enter a virtual world. Entering this virtual reality, she encounters unrealistically perfect boyfriends, awakening her dormant desires for romance. Park Jae-nam is Mi-rae's colleague and rival webtoon producer. Although he is capable and competent at work, Mi-rae feels uneasy around him. To Mi-rae, he's the last person she wants to see, yet in the office, he's known as one of the best. Despite his indifferent and cold demeanor, he is someone with surprising secrets, sure to stir emotions in Mi-rae. 2. Siren's Kiss. Follows Cha Yu-suk, who investigates an insurance fraud scheme linked to a series of mysterious deaths, only to become entangled with Han Seol, who is suspected to be at the center of it all. The more he digs into her secrets, the deeper he falls into a dangerous attraction that could ultimately cost him his life. With a tantalizing pairing between the two promising an irresistible mix of romance, suspense, and psychological tension, the series asks one question that becomes impossible to ignore. Is she a killer, or is she being framed? And more importantly, will he survive long enough to find out? Han Seol is a stunning and provocative head art auctioneer and team leader at Royal Auction, the nation's leading art auction house. Seol appears flawlessly perfect on the outside. However, beneath her elegant exterior lies a chilling secret. Every man who has loved her has died. 3. Still Shining. After falling in love as teenagers, Yun Tae-seo and Mo Un-ae drift apart, only to reunite 10 years later as different people shaped by time and experience. Tae-seo, now a subway driver, lives quietly in the present, focused only on getting through each day. Un-ae, once a hotelier and now a guest house manager, pursues independence with determination, setting small goals for herself despite life setbacks. As they cross paths again, old feelings resurface, and the two must confront their past, their choices, and the lingering connection that continues to shape their lives. 4. Phantom Lawyer. A quirky and heartwarming adventure in which the ghost-seeing lawyer Sin I-rang and the elite lawyer Han Na-hyun resolve the injustices of very special clients through the law. These special clients are none other than ghosts, and as the two lawyers uncover the truth behind their cases. Sin I-rang, a lawyer who began his practice in a former shaman's house and started seeing ghosts. Despite his dependable appearance, I-rang is actually timid and clumsy. However, in the presence of a ghostly client with a tragic backstory, he reveals an unexpectedly strong determination. When he's possessed, he becomes temporarily overtaken by the traits of the client he's trying to help, which leads to dramatic personality changes. Han Na-hyun, an elite lawyer with a perfect track record of wins. Driven solely by her desire to win, she has climbed to the top of her field with ruthless efficiency. However, after losing a case to I-rang, her life begins to take an unexpected turn. Initially, she refuses to believe that I-rang can see ghosts. But as she witnesses the strange events that unfold before her, she gradually opens up to him and slowly transforms from a cold and calculating professional to someone who begins to heal from her hidden wounds. 5. Climax. In a desperate attempt to revitalize his stagnant career, prosecutor Bang Tae-sip hatches an absurd but daring plan: take down the mayor of Seoul by exposing her corrupt ties to Lee Yong-mi, the head of the WR Group conglomerate. Tae-sip recruits Hwang Jong-won to serve as an informant and manages to convince Kwon Jong-uk, a WR Group heir with his own grudge against Yong-mi, to join his cause. However, Tae-sip soon finds himself in a more complicated situation than he initially expected when he discovers that his wife Chu Sang-a, a formerly loved actress, may be hiding dangerous secrets from him. 6. Mad Concrete Dreams. In Korea, nothing defines success more than owning a building. Ki Soo-jong, once an ordinary office worker, believes that going all in to finally become a landlord will be his way out. But when global capital swoops in and threatens to push his building into foreclosure, Soo-jong clings to a desperate plan with his best friend, a staged kidnapping in the building's basement that spirals into a real one. Trapped in a chain of crimes that could destroy his life or save it, Soo-jong is forced to make impossible choices. How far will he go to keep his dream from collapsing? 7. Our Happy Days. A heartwarming story of a family, centered around the romance of perfectionist Ko Jae-ol and clumsy Cho Eun-ae. Ko Jae-ol is an architect with an arrogant attitude. There's an untold story behind his cynical attitude and biting remarks, which he can't tell to anyone. Cho Eun-ae is a startup developer, devoted to creating a humanistic AI world. She has a bright personality with infinite positivity, even though she is mistreated at home. Meanwhile, Ko Min-ho is Ko Jae-ol's older brother and works as a director in the strategic planning department at Gongsa Group. He only loves CEO Sung-ri, who works as a manager in the strategic planning department at Gongsa Group. 8. Doctor Shin. The story is about a genius doctor who dares to challenge the realm of God, and a woman whose brain suddenly fails, slowly losing her soul. Top star Mo falls into a coma after a sudden accident. Unable to bear watching her daughter lie there helplessly, her mother, Ran Hui, gives up her own life for the sake of the beautiful Mo. Then begins a strange romance involving Ju Sin, the man who once loved Mo, and the men who love her now. When we love someone, what exactly are we loving, the soul or the body? If another soul were to inhabit the body of the person you loved, which would you choose? This story explores people who cross forbidden lines in the name of love and the destruction that follows. 9. Sorry for Confessing. A romantic comedy that depicts a woman's crazy solo project where 4 men get entangled in her confession. Kim Se-ra is a webtoon PD who is more accustomed to finding love in 2D than in reality. Kim Se-ra becomes an unintentional femme fatale when she makes a sudden confession to her unrequited love interest who comes to her as a variable in her life and ends up getting 3 other men. Lee Sung-gyu is webtoon writer who is suddenly confronted with a confession by Se-ra. Lee Sung-gyu has an innocent appearance and good manners, but he is a difficult man who neither crosses the line he has drawn nor allows anyone to cross it. However, he has a devilish charm that arouses even more curiosity because of that. Park Hyun-yu is a job seeker who seems easygoing at first glance, but harbors realistic pain and is Se-ra's longtime boyfriend. He is a character who gradually realizes his own feelings and changes as he gets caught up in Se-ra's sudden confession. 10. Cabbage Your Life. The story follows the city-born family of Song Tae-hun, who moved down from Seoul to Yeonriri and struggle to return to the city. Through their experiences, the drama portrays both a chaotic family reboot and a healing journey. At the center of the village are Ju Hyong, the longtime village head who is devoted to protecting Yeonriri, and Nam Hai-seon, the Women's Association president and an influential figure in the community. Tension arises when Tae-hun's company, Matt's Story, begins to shake up the village. Meanwhile, Tae-hun's son Song Ji-cheon, who secretly drops out of medical school after realizing it is not his true path, moves to Yeonriri with his family and begins searching for his true self. There, he meets Bo-mi, a native of Yeonriri and the daughter of Ju Hyong and Nam Hai-seon. As their relationship develops, the younger generation finds themselves navigating love and personal choices amid the larger conflict between the village residents and the incoming city family.